Thanks for visiting my channel. I appreciate that you are taking the time to watch this video. This past sockeye season on the Kenai, I met a couple fishermen that were trying circle hooks for the first time. They had watched my circle hooks for Kenai sockeye video, and right off the get-go they wanted to know what I was using. So, if you decide to try circle hooks for sockeyes, you will probably have the same question. Prior to the 2020 season, I had used only Gamakatsu knotless circles, but another fisherman I run into every year likes the Owner Mutu light circle hooks in 3/0. So for the 2020 season, I decided to do a comparison of the knotless and Mutus. Plus I tested out a couple other brands of circles that had somehow found their way into my tackle box.
There's one.
I wanted you to take notes and snapshots so that I could refer to them later. The plan was sound, but the execution was woefully lacking. I kept being distracted, what with catching fish and all.
He behaves himself. If he behaves himself, he's here. He ain't done yet, I don't think. He'll come down there, guaranteed. Here he comes. And one more time. Okay, there you go. Well done. Well done. That's what circle hooks do for you.
Now, about the hooks I tested.
Both the Gamakatsu knotless and the Owner Mutu light have a straight eye and an offset point. And as expected, the knotless in 2/0 and 3/0 performed exceptionally well for me.
The Mutu light in 3/0 performed very good as well. The Gamakatsu knotless light, like the heavier knotless, is a straight eye offset point circle, and like the Mutu light, worked very good, both in 2/0 and 3/0. Gamakatsu octopus is a straight eye inline point circle. I tried it in 2/0, but after catching one sockeye, I changed to a different hook, so I didn't really give it a proper test. As for the Matsuo America circles, they are also a straight eye inline point hook, and are also the least expensive of the circles I have tested. I've crossed them off my list of hooks to stock up on. After one or two fish, I started getting nothing but on-offs. I call them light switch fish. I found that even with the 4/0s, they were stretching out of shape and opening up. I tried to bend them back into shape without much success. The hooks are weak to start with, and bending them only makes them weaker. They may work fine in some other application, but for Kenai sockeye fishing, I wouldn't recommend them. My test of the French-made VMC Nemesis circles with red finish in 2/0 and 3/0 was short-lived. They have a straight eye offset point, are thick, heavy, and strong, but they were not suitable for the shallow water conditions I was fishing in. I believe the hooks were making it to the bottom before my split shot, and I wound up dragging anchor, so to speak. They might work in deeper, faster runs though. My final thoughts and comments.
Come on, you silly fish. There's one.
Didn't seem to matter what I dressed the hooks with. I used different fly patterns, beads, and yarn. The only thing I didn't try was a bare hook. I caught fish on everything I tried, with the exception of the VMC circles. Not all circles are created equal. There is a wide selection of circles available, and I only have experience with the ones I've tested. So far, the Gamakatsu knotless and the Owner Mewtwo Light have proven themselves. You may find a different circle in your own testing that works for you. Though my experience in fishing for sockeye with circles is relegated to just the Kenai, I have heard reports that they work just as good in other Alaskan sockeye rivers. As long as there are sockeye swimming by your little patch of the river and your setup is in the ballpark,
There's one.
you will get hookups. Not all will be successful, but if the hook's set good in the mouth and you do your part, fish on the stringer.